Hey, what's up guys? It's DFR Stance, and today we will be replacing an upper control arm on a 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500. There'll be a few things that you'll need. First off, you'll need a brand new upper control arm to replace the old one. You'll need some wire to tie the brake caliper up so it won't be falling and dangling, and you can tie it out your way. You'll also need a permanent pin, a flathead screwdriver, a 19mm wrench, a 21mm wrench, an 18mm wrench, a 3/8 drive ratchet, 10mm socket, and a ball joint removal tool. Alright, without further ado, let's get this thing started. Today we'll be replacing this upper control arm. You can see it moving. So, first things first, make sure the vehicle's secure. So you're gonna go ahead and put these jack stands on it, on the vehicle, on the frame. We're gonna remove this bottom bolt with an 18mm. After we remove that, we're gonna take our flathead screwdriver, pop out these clips right here, and take that one out. And we're also gonna take this one out back here. Just gonna free that up. We're gonna take our 21mm wrench and take these bolts off the A-arm. Now you're gonna go ahead and take your permanent marker, so when you put the plates back on, you know exactly where they go, so you can line it up. I like to leave it about right there. Well, I like to leave it right there in 1 second. This side's already off. From that point, we're gonna go ahead and take a hammer and tap it. See that? Same thing for the other side. After that, go ahead and take the rest of it off. And I'm able to push that out with my finger. At this part of the video, you're gonna grab your 10mm socket with your 3/8 drive ratchet and disconnect the brake line so that's out of your way. Okay, so we already got the back bolts loosened up and we're hitting the spring. So what we need to do is finish taking this ball joint out with our ball joint tool. Make sure you're wearing glasses when you do this. That thing is stuck. Okay, I need a little help with that one. So now that we have that loose, we're gonna go ahead and finish removing the bolts back there. Just gonna push this towards the back. The bolts should come right out. There's one. We'll tie this up. Here's the bad one. You can also see that there's free play in here. Let me see. It shouldn't be able to move like that. Another indication, you see all this, the heat on there. So that's been moving. So we caught it just in time. This thing was getting ready to pop out. This one has no play. You see how this is just moving around? Go ahead and install a new A-arm. Put it in place. Tapped it in real quick. Get a few little taps just to get it in a location. Another thing I like to use is an extension. Put the bolts back in place. Before I remove the plates, I like to mark them with a pin. That way when I put them back in place, I know where they went. So, there we go. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other side.
Huh? We're gonna do the same thing on this?
At this part of the video, I'm just snugging the control arm bolts down. You don't want to do the final tighten until everything's secured onto the car. Once everything's secured, you want to tighten the bolts down to recommended torque specs from the factory. At this point in time, you should have the upper control arm fully reassembled. Make sure you torque down all the bolts to the recommended factory specifications. Also, please like, comment, subscribe. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully I'll have a few more tutorial videos lined up for you guys and finish off the Honda Civic project. Thanks for checking in, guys. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Before we started this repair for my client, the truck was very unsafe to drive. The ball joint was popping, the front wheels were shaking, and it was just untrustworthy to drive. Now that we have the ball joint repair, the truck tracks true and straight, and it gives you confidence while driving again.